What's good? Welcome back to a new video. So today I'm beginning an Afro track from scratch, and I'm gonna show you step by step how I build these kinds of tracks. So I have one instance of Alchemy loaded up here, so I'm gonna start with like a nice sound that I can create a melody with and start from there. But the first thing I'm gonna do is drop my tempo to like 118. You let me know what kind of tempo you like to use for your Afro. But for this style of Afro, I don't want to go high tempo. I just want to drop it down to 118. I think this will be a nice tempo, and I'm just gonna turn on the metronome and make sure that's on. And I'm just gonna loop this section here so I can loop around 4 bars. So that's that's the cycle I'm gonna work in. And now to look for a sound, I'm gonna go here in alpha waves. Let's see what kind of mallets they have in here. So I'm gonna record this sound in here, just like that. So those simple notes there, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them repeat. So I'm gonna quantize, boom, and then I'm gonna select these and just copy them over like that. Select again, copy over, and then I'm gonna loop them like that. So now if I play them back, they sound like this. Nice and simple. And what I'll do is I'll add another instance of this plugin, and what I'll do is just create another copy like that. Instead of having to come up here by the plus and then adding another instance of Alchemy, I'll just do that, and I'll just delete the note data, the MIDI data right there, and I'm gonna go and maybe go into bass. Something like that. I know the sound needs a little bit more work, but I think I can work with the what I was playing just now. So let me record that in. So instead of removing this bass here, I'm gonna again make a copy of it like that, and then I'm gonna mute the original one that I had so that I don't lose it, so I can keep it. And then what I'll do with the second one is I'm gonna try out different basses so that I can have a second option. Ooh, I like this one. Let's see if I can layer it with the other bass, what will happen. Okay, I like them as a layer. They're giving a really nice vibe to the track. And then next what I'll do is I'll throw on an ES2 right here. Just like that, and I'm gonna quantize this as well. And I'm gonna duplicate the same sound again and delete that MIDI there. I'm gonna record that in. Just like that, and I know I'm gonna loop it, so that's why I didn't play it all the way around the full cycle there, and I'm gonna quantize that. And for this sound here, I think I'm gonna need some reverb, so I'm gonna add a silver verb. And I just added around 40% of the reverb. Maybe some delay too will work, so stereo delay. Nice. Now next what I'll do is I'll add a retro synth and look for another sound in here. I'll add this sound in here like this. Just like that, and I know that I'm gonna add some reverb to it as well. So let's throw on some reverb to this. I'll add a silver verb again. and raise it to maybe 50%. Just like that. That sounds really good. But now what I want to do is add some drums to this. So I'm gonna go into my samples. What I want to do here is I want to add a kick, and then I'll also start to add some percussions after that. So I'm gonna pick this kick right here, drop it there, and create a pattern region like that. So it's gonna go like this. So the kick is not too powerful right now because everything else is too loud, so I'm just gonna turn everything else down so that the kick can shine through. I'm gonna turn off the click metronome, click. So right now I'm just also turning up the level of the output of my speakers. I think that sounds really cool. Now to go into my mega percussion sound, I'm gonna add this sound here. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is, as I add the sound here, I'm gonna create a drum machine designer like that. And as I add the sound here, I'm gonna create a drum machine designer like that. And I'm just gonna be picking sounds and then loading them into the drum machine designer here. I'm also gonna throw in a loop right here, just so I can get a vibe of the track, right? And just make sure that it loops correctly. Just like that. That instantly sounds good. And then I'm gonna load it up like this. And now I'm gonna go back to all the percussions that I created here, and then I'm gonna create a pattern region. So over here now is where I'm gonna use this like the FL Studio step sequencer, and then I'm just gonna start creating my percussion sounds. And let me turn all of them down because now they're all grouped, so I can easily work with them grouped. But if I open here, I can see all the sounds. Like I can see all of them, so that I can play around with the mixes of the sounds. But right now I'm not worried about the mixes of each sounds. I'm just gonna turn all of them down like this. And then I'm gonna come here and ooh, I like that. Well, I guess not every sound is gonna make the cut, so I think this sound here, I don't think I'm gonna use it, so I can just delete that out. I like the swing of this shaker here, it's just going ch 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 ch. I'm just going to turn down the velocities on these last notes right here of the second shaker right there. And what's nice about this is I can add a compressor to these sounds, or maybe let me add a multi-effect. I can add this fat FX, and it also has some presets, so I can use the preset for drums right here. So let me just solo the percussion sounds. Okay, I like this enhancer here, and then I'm gonna throw on some compression after that. So I'm gonna throw on a compressor here and maybe go to presets and go to drums, and let's see, let's do drum mix. Drop the threshold down and maybe raise the threshold to 2. Just to really tame all the frequencies right there, and then I'm going to turn on an EQ. I'm going to raise up the mid frequencies there and turn down the low mids. And I think what I need to add here is like some effects, right? So I'm gonna go into my piano drum kit, and I'm gonna go into intro stabs, and I'm gonna throw on this stab right here. Boom. So most of these sounds that you can find here, like in my samples, they work for any genre. They're all sounds, you know, they're just categorized as a sound for this style of, you know, house music, just to give you a direction, but you can use them for any genre that you make. Okay, let me raise this stab. And I'm also going to use this snare number 7, and I'm going to drop it onto a quick sampler. Hey, let's start recording. Right there, right there. You need to have that snare right there, bro. And then I'm just going to quantize it. I like how that snare is hitting, bro. Like, it's really hitting. I'm gonna also add some log drum here, so I'm gonna go into my bass packs. Woo! Dope, dope, dope. I like what I did right there at the end, like, and then I'll stop it like that. Okay, so quantize this. And then the next thing I'm gonna add here is maybe some natural ambient sound. Let's go with wood fire, right? For the sake of this beat being hella fire. Maybe we can add 2 of these. Let's maybe throw on a school playground atmosphere right there. I'm just gonna pick a certain section of the sound, maybe around here, and then just bring that back like this, and then just trim it out. I can always just extend it if I need to, like that. So so I'm gonna go and load up an Alchemy Boom, and let's see if we can find some pad sounds. Let's just search pad. Okay, so I'm gonna use this pad called the Luscious Sweeping Pad. No, I'm recording on the wrong track. Boom, there we go, and then I'm gonna quantize that. Boom. And I think the final touch I'll add here is a vocal sound, so I'm just gonna drop this sound here. Hey, let's record that in. Just like that, and I'll throw on some effects to this. I'm gonna throw on a silver verb and also stereo delay. Let me extend this note. So there's the track. I hope you enjoyed this cook up. If you want any of the sounds that I used, you can check the links down below so that you can have the proper sound for all your house music needs. Make sure to hit the links down below, and also don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my future videos. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.